Before this video starts, I want you guys to know that living in public housing, living in the projects, living in low income housing, there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you got to start somewhere so you could get to where you're going. So I don't want you to watch this video and feel like, I live in public housing, what's the big deal? Really, there is no big deal. I just want to start doing real videos and just give you guys a glimpse into how people live, how we live in our area in North Carolina, in Concord, in Charlotte. So just because you live in public housing, just because you don't have a lot right now, it doesn't mean that you won't get a lot later, okay? It doesn't mean that you won't be successful, and it doesn't mean that you are a product of your environment. So I just wanted to say that before this video starts, because I love everybody, and I just want my people, black people, Hispanic people, just people in general. I just want people to do good and to live good and to have the things that God wants us to have. So let's get into this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm gonna say this again at the end, because y'all sensitive on YouTube, okay? And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but I just want to give you the real. What's going on, fam? It's your girl Ari, and I'm back again with part 2 of the video, guys, because I told y'all that I was gonna show y'all around the town that I live in, which is called Concord, North Carolina. Okay, so Concord is so small. Okay, it's probably about maybe, I want to say, 30 minutes all the way through. It's probably like a big old circle. So where we live doesn't really have a lot. You're not gonna see like what you seen in Charlotte, like all the little pubs and little cute little spots and Caucasian people walking around walking their dogs and people on scooters. You're just not gonna see that, okay? Because we over here where the hood be at, unfortunately. So where I'm at right now is Family Video. Now, sis, when is the last time you seen Family Video? Like, seriously, Family Video give me Blockbuster vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't seen a Blockbuster since Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? What was the other one? I forget what was the other one. But yeah, so this is Family Video, where you can get like DVDs, and I hope not no VHSs. I hope not no VHSs, because that's ridiculous. But if you still got one, that's kind of cute. I'm not making fun of you. So let me show y'all. So okay, over there, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. Is the Dollar General, okay? And Dollar General is everybody's favorite store. Honestly, it's not my favorite store, because I feel like Dollar General is generally $1, but not $1. So I feel like their name is absolutely right. So I really don't do Dollar General, but my mom does, because mom has like the app and all that stuff, and she be finding like the cute little deals and stuff. And then directly next to Dollar General is Boost Mobile, if you got a Boost, boop boop chirp chirp. And then there is La Palma, which is a Mexican, or let me not say Mexican, but it's like a Latin kind of Hispanic meat, produce, and grocery store. And then you got the Speedway gas station over there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the car and take you guys to what I promised you, which is the hooded area of Concord. Okay, so remember I was telling you, like, the projects in New York is nothing like the projects down south. Unfortunately, like, the projects down south just make you feel like you just live in the slums, and I really just hate how they have it looking. Like, I really feel like it does not have to look like that at all. So we're gonna go ahead and take you guys over there now, and then just show you like some areas with some homes, probably like middle class people live in, just little homes and different things like that. And then I'll show you probably like a church and just a little bit of the town of Concord. Okay, so if you're considering moving down south to Charlotte or North Carolina, Concord is like right next to Charlotte, so it's like probably about 15 minutes away. So I used to work in Charlotte. Right now I'm working from home, but my office now is in Charlotte, and one day we'll be able to go back into the office, so you probably could see that, but it's not going to be for a long time, because I'm not going back to the office until January. So if that, girl, sit in your seat. And so let's get Alani together, because she always think she's not going to sit in her seat, and she has to. So let me get her buckled in. Why Alani never want to sit in her seat? She's ridiculous. So across the street, like I was telling you guys, is Dollar General. La Palma grocery store is like a Hispanic grocery store. And we're actually going to be passing a Service King, guys. So you could get your car fixed, your tires repaired, or whatever they need. And then we're going to be going into the Bottom, guys. And that is not a name that I gave it at all. So when we turn this left, when we hook this left, we are entering into the Bottom. That is what the residents of North Carolina have crowned this area, guys. The Bottom. You must do 25 on this hill, or else the police going to be waiting for you at the end, because they done caught me a couple times and gave me a ticket. So guys, we're actually coming up on a church. We're going to be hooking a quick right in about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, 2, 1. And we're going to be coming up on a church that we used to go to actually for 10 years. Because guys, we've been down here for a minute. But we often went back home, back and forth to New York. I actually moved back for like 2 to 3 years because North Carolina took a lot to grow on me. But I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys down that block right there that I pointed to, just so you guys can see the units. This is our public housing, or if you want to call it the projects, whatever you call the projects, public housing, the houses, the homes, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, okay? Every state got it, okay? So like I said, I grew up in the projects in New York. I lived on the 8th floor, because y'all know the projects in New York is hella tall buildings stacked up on top of each other, floor after floor after floor. So I lived on the 8th floor. Pee in the elevator, doodle when you come out sometimes, might step in it, oh my gosh. But when I came down here, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, the projects look like little houses. That's lit. Across the street is normal houses that aren't a part of public housing. So, but yeah, it's kind of cool. You got a front lawn, you got grass. It's decent, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what the schools are like in the area or nothing like that, but I just kind of walked down the block just so y'all could get a little glimpse. I didn't go all up into the actual like neighborhood, because, you know, let's give people their privacy. But that's kind of how it looks, you know. I'm not sure what the qualifications are, like I said, to be able to qualify to live here. But you know, if you coming from up north, you're not going to be used to these types of projects at all, because we're used to them tall buildings. We ain't used to having our own little privacy, our own little unit, you know, our own little home. So it's different, but different is good, you know, different is good. I lived in the projects until we moved out of the projects when I was probably like 9 years old. And yes, it was pee in the hallways, and it was doo-doo in the elevator, and it was most likely freaking drug activity going on and different things happening. And I don't know, I guess this is down south, so things are different up north. So basically my mom moved us to North Carolina so that, you know, I could have a better life and I could go to a better school, and so my sister could go to a better school. And because Nicole was little when we moved down here, so my mom just made sure that we didn't live in the projects for a really long time, and we moved to like a better side of the Bronx and into like a nice apartment building, you know, different things like that. So is a little park over there for the kids, and like I said, that's the church over there that we used to go to because we don't live too far from around here. And y'all, like, this is just the real. This is just the real deal, okay? So I just wanted you guys to see Concord and what it's like. There is a bus stop right here, so if you want to take the bus, if you want to take the bus, you can catch the bus. I know the buses in the South do not come as frequently as the buses in New York, okay? You could catch a bus in New York every 2 minutes. Down here, you could be waiting at least every 15 to 30 minutes. So yeah, guys, we're just riding through, just giving you guys a glimpse of, you know, the hooded areas or the public housing in North Carolina. There's a church right there. There's a couple of churches on this block, actually, guys. There's a couple of churches. And guys, it's so interesting because, like, literally 2 to 3 minutes down the road, it's kind of like a transition. So it goes into like where you find more Caucasian people that live in older looking antique homes. So, you know, the homes are like homes that have been there for ages, you know. And we're going to go ahead and hook a right at the stop sign. I wonder if I'm gonna make a complete stop, am I? Okay, I did. But yeah, we're gonna hook a right at the stop sign, and then we're actually going to be going into an area that has a lot of, you know, antique homes. And you guys are going to see the difference. You guys are going to see much more American flags flying in the front of the homes. You're gonna see homes that kind of look like they was on a plantation before. Like, it's gonna be this one house it's a white house. You're gonna see it, and it's gonna have so many American flags on it, and it's just gonna be it's just one of those homes that look like it's been down south, like it's an antique. Now that's definitely an antique house. That house has been there for ages, and as you can see, the American flag. And I'm gonna hook a right, and you're just gonna see more older homes, but they're still in really good condition, like ranch style homes, houses with, you know, a couple of stories. You see that one's really old, but it's actually in good condition. Look at that one. Now that one, you could tell that one been there for some time. And yeah, this is kind of an area where there are more Caucasian people. Literally on this block, there's way more Caucasian people than you would see kind of in the area that we just left. Now, not to say that there aren't Caucasian people in the area that we just left, because there is. But see, I told you, they go that white house with the nice white house with the American flags on it. They are very patriotic, and you know, they love America. And listen, I love America too. So you see more people walking, and listen, this is literally just a couple of minutes away from where we just were, but you can just see how the transition happens. You know, it's just different. Look at that house right there. It's just different, you guys. And like I said, different is good. You got to embrace different. Okay. People come from all different types of backgrounds, all different walks of life, have all different kind of financial, backgrounds and stuff. So you got to embrace different. Okay. There are good people. Look at that one. Look at that house. That has been there for ages. That house looks like it literally has been in North Carolina for a really long time. And guys, moving into this side of town is difficult because these are like really close knit. This is a really close knit block. So look at that one right there. So like if one of those houses become vacant, literally the neighbors are kind of peeking through their blinds when you're going to see it, you know, when it has the for rent sign and people are coming to look at it. People are peeking out their blinds. They're like, honey, you ain't just moving up on this block without our approval, which is fine. You know, people just want to know who their neighbors are. So that's what we're doing. We're going down this block, just seeing the transition, seeing how it's just different in different parts of the city. What is your neighborhood grocery store? So I know some cities have Kroger, some people have Piggly Wiggly, some people have Food Lion. We have some people have Food Lion, some people have Walmart, everybody has Walmart. We have Food Lion, so that is our neighborhood freaking grocery store. So we're actually going to be passing Food Lion over here on the right, guys, and then straight ahead on the left is Dollar Tree. So, it's about 5 minutes away from even our house. It's probably like 3 minutes away from where we were initially. And probably like 2 minutes away from that block. It's on the same block as the antique houses. So there's a couple of Food Lions in the area, guys. So there's probably like 3 in the vicinity. Now, why do they do that? Why do they build the same store and put it in like a million different places in the same city? Like, it's so weird to me, but I guess they figure everybody need access to Food Lion. So this is still just Concord. There's a cemetery right there. That's actually a church on the left. There's a church straight ahead. I know you can see that big old church we coming up on. And guys, we're actually going to take you into like a mobile home area, which is about 10 minutes away, because it's literally so interesting how they have everything developed. So they've got the public housing bottom area. It's like the antique kind of upscale area, if you will, or middle upscale, because I wouldn't call that super upscale, those antique homes. And then they have like the mobile homes mixed in with the houses that are between like 150 to 200,000, maybe even 300. So that's where we're headed to now. And it was a really nice day, actually. It wasn't too hot today as it was, the past couple of days. It'd be hot though. I don't know. Every day is hot. I'm tripping. Every day is freaking hot down here until it turns probably like October. Then it starts to like freaking cool off a little bit. But sometimes you could have some super hot weather in November, guys. So North Carolina is hot. So yeah, this is the mobile homes that I was telling you about. And guys, it's actually really hard to qualify for these mobile homes. Like, I don't even know why they make it so hard to qualify for these mobile homes, because to me, they're just kind of like, they're not really upscale. They're just kind of in the middle. Now I've seen some mobile homes that are kind of in the area that are really, really, really nice. Like, I wouldn't even mind living in one. But these aren't that, designy. They're not all that great, but I mean, they're livable. So if you can, if you don't mind living in a mobile home, and you don't mind how close they are together, and you don't mind how this park looks, then that's perfect for you, So I just wanted to show you guys that, because this is actually an option that some people consider, but I have known people that have like 6-something credit score and a really good job, and they don't qualify for these mobile homes. So I don't know what these people be looking for. But now we're going to go ahead and take you to a neighborhood that I would say has houses that are about 100 to 250,000. And the houses are really nice. I guess you would call that like middle class. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't want y'all ridiculing me in the comments, because I know that people on YouTube can be very sensitive. And I know that I grew up in the projects. I don't live in a super duper big house right now. I live in an apartment nearby this area, So I just wanted to give you guys a real video and show you guys the area, show you guys where I live, show you guys Charlotte, and just kind of give you guys just, a glimpse. That's all. So I don't want to come off as privileged, or I don't want to come off as any of that, because I can relate to you guys. I can relate to you guys. I'm a regular person that has a vision, that has dreams. That's why we call this channel The Family Dream, because this is literally a family dream, to just elevate and to, get the things that God wants for us. I feel like God wants us all to live in abundance. So these are the houses, guys. If you see them on my right and on my left, between the 1s and 200s. But I feel like God wants us all to live in abundance, y'all. He wants us all to live in abundance. He wants us all to have everything that we dreamed of. He doesn't want us to struggle. He doesn't want us to live in areas that aren't safe. He doesn't want us to have to worry about our children going to bad schools and living in neighborhoods that aren't, up to par. Like, he wants us to live good. And I feel like some people don't think that. Like, I feel like some people think that God is like this God that doesn't want them to have stuff, that he wants them to struggle. No, he doesn't. And we just wanted to show y'all and just make some real videos, because you might want to see where we live by, you know, where we're close to. You might want to see Charlotte. You might want to come and visit Charlotte. So that's why we decided to do these videos. And then, like I said, I'm going to be my mom is going to be finding us at least maybe like 5 to 6 bedroom home, so that we could take y'all on an empty tour house tour so just y'all can see what a $200,000 to $300,000 house looks like in Charlotte. So we'll be doing that pretty soon. Is it a way out over here? So yeah, guys, comment down below what you thought of this video, and let us know, you know, what other type of videos you want us to make. I always say that because I'm serious. We want to know what type of videos y'all want us to make. And we're gonna be doing Alani's Dollar Tree toy haul, because, well, she's asleep right now, so I'm not bothering her. If she actually makes it into the home sleeping, if she makes it into the house sleeping, I'm leaving her sleep. But you know how when you take the kid out the car, they be liking to wake up. But she might be that tired, because I did wake her up out her sleep this morning so she could go to church. But she might be that tired. But before the day is over, we will be doing her toy haul. And again, you know, we just wanted to show you guys the hooded areas of Concord, in Charlotte, you know. And a lot of people can relate, because people live in those areas, you know. And let me tell y'all, everybody not dirty, so everybody don't trash their homes and their neighborhoods, but a lot of people do. A lot of people just don't care how they live. And I wish that more people would just help the black communities to elevate, and help the black communities to just see that taking pride in where you live and where you lay your head is like a good thing. And just because you live in the hood, you don't have to be a product of the hood. And just because you live in the hood, you don't gotta freaking act like you live in the hood. And just because you live in the hood, it doesn't mean that you won't be successful, and that you won't one day make a lot of money, and you won't one day be able to move your family out the hood. Like, look how many people have done that already. Like, look how many celebrities started off in the hood, and now look at them. Look how many YouTubers started off in the hood, and now look at them. So it's literally possible, but it just goes back to what I was saying today. Like, and what he was talking about in church. You just have to have a vision for your life, and you just gotta stay focused, and you gotta want that. So look at my baby, she knocked out on grandma. So guys, we will see you guys in the next video. We love you so much, and we appreciate your continued support. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.